Welcome back, brothers and sisters of Christ. My name is Brianna and I'm back with another video. And for today's video is be still. Be still and let God, baby. We need to learn to be still until God speaks and give us instructions on the next step. You know, let God lead. We don't always need to know the process ahead of time. We don't always need to know the next step right away. You know, like my fiance always say, let him cook. But every step will not and does not have to be instant. You know, we need to let God do what he do. Let him do his work and you just sit back and relax. We get so eager like, oh God, what's next? You know, just relax. He just placed you in this season. You're already trying to figure out the next season. He just gave you this step and you already trying to figure out what's the next step. Just spend time with God and enjoy the process and live in the moment until God tells you to move. We don't always need to know what to do next right away. You know, and I saw this quote and it was so good. It said, when you're waiting on God, do what waiters do and serve. And baby, that is just so tea. Like, you're waiting on God. And while you're waiting, just serve him in the meantime. Don't ever stop serving him. Like, seriously, just keep serving God as you wait on him. Even if he gets quiet, because he be doing that sometimes. He'll get quiet sometimes, but you keep serving the Lord. You know, so we be so eager to know the next thing and jump to the next thing. And we have to understand, like, God doesn't always do that. Like, we really have to get to understand God and like his ways. Because we be frustrating ourselves. We be literally frustrated and flustering ourselves because we have to understand that God's ways are not ours. And the way we always want to do things is boom, boom, boom. Like, we want everything done right away. Okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But God be like, okay, this is the first step. Baby, it can take months into the next step. Sometimes it can take years. You know, and we be thinking it's just about to be right away every single time. And, you know, sometimes it's like, okay, sometimes it will be like, okay, this is the first step, then this is the next step. It's not always going to be the same thing every way around. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes God will give it to you all the way through. And sometimes you got to wait it out. You know? God just be doing what God do at the end of the day. But I'm going to read Psalms chapter 46 verse 10. And it says, he says, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Just be still and know that God is God. And that's what I'm learning to do these days. Like, I'm going to continue to serve the Lord as I wait on him. Even if I'm not waiting on him, no matter the season, it don't matter what's going on, I'm going to serve the Lord. But being still and knowing that God is just like, even if he's quiet, even if he didn't give you the next step, even if it's taking long, whatever the case may be still and know that God is who he say he is. Be still and know that God is going to do what he said he is going to do. Be still and know that God is going to fulfill every promise, no matter how long it takes, no matter what it's looking like. Be still and know that God is God. When you know that God is God, when you get to know God in his word and you know who he is, you have to sit down sometime and think about who God is. And when you sit down and think about who God is and everything that he's done in your life and people around you life in the Bible, you know, you should have that confidence in being still, because you know exactly what type of God you serve. You know exactly who God is. You done read it in the word. You done witnessed it in your life. So because you know who God is, you should be so comfortable in sitting back and know that he is God. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you know God, you just know what you know what you know. Like, you just know, like, everything's going to be okay. You just know, God, I know he fulfills his promises. What am I worried about? You know what I mean? I know God, what he's going to deliver. What am I worried about? I know he's a healer. I know he's a provider. What am I worrying about? I'm just going to be still because I know that he is God. When you know someone and their character, you have nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing. Oh, I just love him. I just love him so bad because it's just so good. Like, the joy in being able to sit back and kick your feet up and let God be God, and knowing that he is God and he's going to do what he said he's going to do, is just a luxury of life, in life. Like, it don't get no better than that. Can you imagine having a God that you just have to question? I don't know if he's going to do. What do you mean you don't? I mean, because we have the proof. Okay? The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the book. The proof is in your life. So why do we even worry? Why do we worry about the next step? Just know it's going to be a next step. That's it. That's all. Don't worry about what it is. Don't worry about when it is. Just know that there is going to be a next step. And you just be still and wait on God until he gives you that next step in life or whatever it is. He ain't going to leave you hanging, baby. If he started something, he going to finish it. You better know that. Ooh. You just gotta love God. You just gotta love him. Like, how could you not? But if this word is not for you, it's for somebody else. Remember, I'm telling y'all this because I love y'all. God bless.